blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
Cousins going to bring up the Redskins 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, Delta. Mike's 5-4. Hey, watch the slant. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Cousins. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Receiver. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Here we go. 53's the Mike. Hey, exit. 53.
From the 44, Cousins. Jones has it. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 9 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. From the 31. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Schwartz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a carry for Lindsey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this This is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Cousins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You must be getting tired. Watch the twist.
They run. It's Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's it.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Hey, check 24. Check Bravo.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. Complete to Jones. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Check 53.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check 6 guys. Hey, watch that. Hey, Charlie.
Cousins is complete to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Todd Gurley. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Well, they got the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wilson, caught by the tight end Ertz.
Wilson's pass complete to Zach Ertz. A gain of 9 yards. And an Eagle first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Anthony Hitchens, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cousins now from the 50. He completes it to Jones. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin in the AFC at First Energy Stadium, as Kansas City is in the land.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Cousins going to bring the Redskins up 1st and 10 at their own 22. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Go!
To throw, Cousins. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Check. Leave it. Ring up 48. Black. 54's Mike. Five. 54.
Throwing is Cousins. Open man is heard. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
third down is very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Switch. Hey, 382, last 50.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
For the field goal, a 19-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go, baby. Let's
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. 20! Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Zebra. 54's Mike. 54's Hey, Wahoo! 54.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Caught by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Hey!
3rd and long for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing, Cousins, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Who's the team? 52 right here. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught by Jackson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Anthony Hitchens make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care.
And oh, it coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his team. But I think the ball's out. Room here to run. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 1st down, Wilson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Wilson. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Rabbit. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 5'4".
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DJ Reed. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, Delta.
Throwing here, Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Bring up 48.
Now Gurley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This from 36 yards out. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So Russell Wilson and the offense down by 13, just over a minute 40 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down.
Keep 39.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Wilson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And he's going to go down again. Anthony Hitchens has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerome Baker, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Redskins, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5.